Welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to apply for cybersecurity analyst job after you complete your cybersecurity analyst roadmap in jobskillshare.org. First, you're going to log in with your premium membership. Before we get into the details, what is JSS soft policy? What is that? We tell our members that you have to first finish modern IT support career, and basically you're going to finish IT support related skills, basic networking, DHCP, DNS, Active Directory at the very basic level, and at least at the level where you can go to a work and you can understand how normal corporate businesses, networks, and systems works. Because if you don't know this information, then it's really hard for you to land a cybersecurity job. It's not impossible, it's just hard, and that's why a lot of people come to us even with security plus certification, other high-end certifications. They thought that they're just going to go and do these certification, but they're unable to land these jobs for this reason, that a lot of people are not hiring people with no basic knowledge, and that's why we have a lot of people coming from that route. Then after that, we recommended that you should also go through the transitioning skills roadmap, which is prerequisite to all admin roadmaps. For us, cybersecurity is an advanced roadmap. So if you don't know how technology works from an admin perspective, like how domain DNS is implemented, DHCP is implemented, how servers are being used, on what type of platform servers are being used. So then how are you going to secure it? If you're going to go to the company and they ask you to secure something in Active Directory, do you know how Active Directory works? So just at that level, you should know this knowledge. Now, if our policy is cleared and you have followed us and you are coming from a IT support background and you know this stuff, you can review this information over here again. If you're coming from a sysadmin or network admin route, any other route and from the admin level, then you can review this course just to make sure you have covered some of the basics. Now, coming to the basics to intermediate cybersecurity analyst roadmap, if you are going to apply to these positions, we recommend that you have finished all of the courses that are in the roadmap. Let's go ahead and explore it. The first course is Network Fundamentals for Cybersecurity. If you have done the transitioning skills such as network and systems administration core skills, you've probably already done so much in networking that you don't need to do this course. But it's great to go back and just kind of see, okay, how are they showing us networking from a cybersecurity perspective? So you can quickly go over it. There are good labs about Active Directory and networking, so you're going to be very confident. Then we have a Linux, a very big course, and you have to finish this course because it's very important for you to become a cybersecurity analyst, and especially working in future with cloud systems as well. You're going to need Linux. AWS uses a lot of Linux. So you're going to need Linux to be able to move around things, get applications and folders, basic stuff. You don't want to get stuck at that. That's just stress for you. So to avoid stress, we recommend that you have finished this. Then we have a theoretical course, which is a lot of videos, but it's important because in cybersecurity, it's not like IT support help desk that I'm just going to go and teach you some basics of technical things and we just move to the labs and I can show you three different ways and you will get it. In cybersecurity, most of the time you have to understand why we do this technical thing. What's the purpose behind it? And that's where a lot of time people get confused, that they think that you're just going to go and do some hacking and left and right ethical hacking or stuff like that, and you think you're going to get the job. But in most reality is that you go to a company, it's all about policies. They're going to sit with you. You can't just bring equipment to their companies and just plug things in. You got to do things at the way where people understand this professionally, and then there are policies behind it. And this course is perfect for that because this is where your interview questions are going to come from. Then we have a practical security plus training. This is all practical stuff. You have to go in the course. Then there's an expert who explains why are you doing this chapter. In our work, we see XYZ tickets. So they break the idea to you first. For example, you go to like a threat vector and attack surfaces. You're going to see trainer knowledge share video for 26 minutes. This is an expert telling you how they see this chapter in their work. So when you cover this, you get a lot of idea, just like a normal IT security engineer that sit with you and say, hey, come, let me teach you stuff, what we doing at work. And specifically for this topic. This is how we do this at work. So this individual will explain that to you. Then after that, everything you will do it hands on. You're going to click here and do the exercises, watch the video. If you can't finish the exercises by yourself, which I highly recommend you do it by yourself, if you get stuck, try your best to finish it. If you can, come back and watch the video and see how instructor have done it, and then go back and learn it that way. Both ways are okay. It's that the documentation way is recommended, because when you work, there's not going to be any videos for you. It's going to be mostly documentation that you have to follow. And then lastly, you should have finished the interview questions and answers by questioning yourself. You should copy this question and then basically ask ChatGPT to help you. ChatGPT is an application and free AI application on your phone. Download it. Put this question in there. Say, this is my answer. Can you give me the question again? I'm going to give you this same answer, and tell me if I'm confident. Tell me if I'm using a lot of filler words. Tell me if it can be better, right? A chat GPT and AI is going to help you. Maybe it's going to give you more suggestions. But these are all the interview questions. In each chapter, you're going to see Q&As. And if you finish this, imagine you finish, let's say, about 10 or 15 chapters, multiply by 15 questions each chapter. That's more than 100 interview questions right there. So by the time you would have finished this, and you're watching me, and if you have finished this correctly, you are already very confident at this point. So then what's the next step? You have to now get practical to get the job. All right, time to take action. We are going to click on job find and prep, and then on the top you're going to click on job finding. Now here we are looking to find a junior cybersecurity analyst job in the market. So we're going to click on find cybersecurity analyst job. Now, it is going to ask you the information that I just covered. Have you completed the junior cybersecurity analyst roadmap, which is the roadmap that I demonstrated? And are you using the JSS provided resume template? And at this point, you're going to say yes because you did that. And then here, you're going to say no because I'm just showing you how to start from scratch. So we're going to do check. It's going to say we strongly recommend using our template because that's how we are going to know that you're following our suggestions and our tips. Now, some people may have problems with using our template. That's really your choice. Whichever template you're using, you really need to make sure that you apply to a lot of positions before you say that this template is not working. If you apply to, let's say, 10 positions and you didn't get nothing, that doesn't mean that the template is not good. That means that your applying ratio is extremely low. It has to be in hundreds, 200s, 300 positions before you make that decision that the template is not working. So let's go ahead and click on download resume. Now, whichever browser you're using, this is going to download the resume. It's going to look like this. So as you can see, it's very classic and clean resume. This is the same format that we use for our IT support, systems administration, or any other ones that we have been using for many, many years and with a great success. Now, on the top, you see that you have a kind of like a summary on the top. You're free to adjust this, but do not put anything like numbers. If you put like I have 5 years of experience or 6 years of experience, and when people look at that resume and you're applying for an entry level job, some people may overqualify you, and some people exactly know what's going on. You just got this from someone, and then they dumped in a lot of years of experience, and they know this stuff. This has been happening for many, many years, and people now know in this industry that this is happening. So keep it clean and don't give them too many thoughts about like your experience at this point. Just let them go down. Your whole goal is to attract them so then they can go down, and then they can verify that okay, this individual have enough information that we can teach in our job. Because in most cases, remember, every company have their own policies and things done already before you by another experts or the team members. They want you to come with learning mode and with enough in knowledge that they don't teach you ABCD of cybersecurity. So if you show this resume, it's attractive to them. They're going to come back and say, okay, what is the core strengths? Network, web application security, analyzing security logs and reports. This is important. Active Directory. Okay, this individual already know about Active Directory because that's what most of our clients or maybe in our company we use something like that. Security policy implementation, as I mentioned, this is not about hacking and using like a Hollywood type of thing. This is actually working on documentation, policies, and a lot of things like that. And when you show that you know about this stuff too, then they know, okay, this individual is a little serious than an individual who just put like projects and just, showing that how good I am at hacking. Okay. Then you're also showing the operating system like Windows and Linux administration. That can catch their attention. So at this moment, what you're doing, you're basically catching an attention for them to read more. So when you come down, then this is where they get a little more. If somebody is that serious to like, okay, what does this individual know about exactly specific thing am I looking for? So when they look at Kali Linux, all of these other things like patch management, Azure security, AWS security, and they start seeing these things, they're going to be very happy. Now, here's the main point. If you haven't done AWS security or AWS security, you probably won't be adding that. You probably have to remove that. If you think that you can just go and quickly do some lectures on internet and quickly cover like 40 minutes worth of videos on Azure and AWS security, you can put it there and can explain it in your interview that this is my future goal. So I have done a lot of studies on it, and I actually in my project, in my labs, I open Azure and AWS environments and actually played around with it as well. So I'm not like unfamiliar. I'm familiar with it, but not at the expert level. And that they know that, they understand that, because these are, again, in itself has its own security jobs. Everybody know that. So don't stress about something that's more advanced over here. You can just do 20, 30, 40 minutes long videos and put it there as a learning from a learning side of it. Then additional skills, as you have learned in our courses, Microsoft Endpoint Manager. This is why, like I mentioned, very very strongly in the beginning, that we have a policy. Like if you haven't done Office 365 in our courses, you haven't done these ServiceNow, Zoom, SCCM, and then basic type of things like Microsoft Endpoint Manager is also included in some of our basic courses as an IT support level, then you are not going to be able to add this. So again, if something is equivalent to this, you need to replace it with this. Then, if that's something you have, you need to replace it and show it that you have that sort of knowledge, so then they can take you serious. Now, this is very important section right here. It says job skill share under your experience. You can definitely use us because it's a hands-on project platform, and people have been doing this for years and years and years, and they have landed the jobs. Now, a lot of people will stuck when a beginners come and see this, like, okay, yeah, I don't have experience, I'm not comfortable. Then unfortunately, that's your own mindset. If you haven't seen it, you haven't tried it, then 0% chances. If you can take this and apply and then figure it out that, okay, is it working or not working, then that makes sense, right? It's a 50-50 chances. But if someone come to me over here and they say, I'm a student, I have never applied for IT positions before or cybersecurity, and I am not comfortable putting job skill share like this, how is this going to even work? That's all in your mind, because we are in here for past 10 years, and that's the proof. 10 years worth of making success stories with people. So that's your own mindset. If you believe it, you believe it. If you don't believe it, that's your own thing. Unfortunately, then you have 0% chances if you don't believe and things like that. So you can see that when you put stuff like this, 2001 and whatever, like say you started with us in 2002 and then present. So this is important. It has a job skill share uh, membership member. Like, if you're a premium member, if you're using any of our courses anywhere, you can put member here. Trainee, member. If you are a light member, premium member. If you are coming from other places, other partners, Udemy, you have to put Udemy member. Okay, you cannot put trainee member. If you are an intern, you have taken our coaching program, because we do have coaching programs where experts are guiding you. You're taking the same courses, almost same material, but experts are guiding you. They are giving you references. Then you can say trainee intern, because we know you. When a company call us for reference, then we will say, yes, I know this individual. I can give the reference. We cannot give reference for every other member in the world because we don't know you. We don't know your communication skills. We haven't talked to you. So that's why coaching services that we provide on our website is a different program. You have to go into our website, click on coaching program, buy the cybersecurity coaching program, and then finish the coaching program materials and everything with us. You have to do everything self-paced, but you're being guided by experts, and that's where you're then we enable you to say intern right here. And then the rest should be the same. Okay, because in the rest you're just showing what you have done in a practical way in projects, because people love to hear what sort of projects you have done. If you are not even a member, you can put projects from VirtualBox or VMware or things like that, and just change the wording over here. But if you are a member, don't change anything, because everything that you see over here, you should have covered that in your trainings, especially the last course, which is a Practical Security Plus course. You have covered that everything right here. The last thing is academic qualification. So if you have other academic qualifications such as certifications, degrees, or anything like that, you should put it under this section. And then if you have done our courses, you should have Network Plus Fundamental course with a code. And then I would definitely link this like code with your certificate, because when people see something like code, they may want to click on it and the certificate will open up, and that will show a certificate. At this point, you're ready to go. Make sure to change your name, email, put the right address, number, and the LinkedIn profile should be there, must be there. We already have a video on this. You can go to YouTube, type job skills, share LinkedIn profile, and the latest video, just watch that and copy the information from that. And also do a little more research on LinkedIn to make it better. But this is very important. Now, after this, you are ready to take action on how to find links and how to apply for jobs. So let's go there and let's get started with that tips and now we are going to take action to find a job, look for sites, and invest that time and energy to get this done correctly. The first thing is that even if you have free membership, you need an account with Job Skills Share. Free membership, light, premium, it doesn't matter. You need to click on Job Find and Prep. Then you're going to see this application where you're going to click on Job Finding. And here you are going to click Cybersecurity Analyst Jobs. And then have you completed a junior cybersecurity analyst roadmap? Whether you did it with us in JSS, Udemy, wherever you are, if you have done security plus training or even hands-on training, that things that we have shown and you think that you have done that sort of training, then you can say yes. Are you using JSS template? If that's the one that we already worked on, so you're going to say yes now, because you already finished the two things, learning and preparing your resume. So these are the items you need to go after jobs. That's completed now. So you're going to click check. Now, of course, it's going to check our members because we do want our members to be successful. So it's going to say, okay, by selecting yes, you confirm that you know this, right? So of course you did. You're going to click proceed. Now, this is where the action starts, where you have to look for the job and what type of title you should be using to actually look for cybersecurity jobs. Cybersecurity jobs can be under many titles: cybersecurity analyst, information security analyst, security operations SOC analyst, junior cybersecurity analyst, network security analyst. So it doesn't matter at this point, because anything that is going to be technically called cybersecurity, you want to get in. Even from other IT support position, networking position, you need to get into some sort of security position, even if it's not 100% analyst position, even if it's something to do with network security analyst, where they just give you knock related stuff and you just kind of watch alerts and things like that. Whatever it is, you need to get that security entrance. And once you get in, you're going to see other experts in this area, and there could be some other people with different specialization. And when you see that specialization and you say, okay, this is exactly what I want in cybersecurity, then you will target that. But before now, you need to get in so you can get the check, you can work in cybersecurity, you feel good about yourself. And these are the titles you should be using for now. You can click on copy, and then you need to go into these links: Indeed.com, LinkedIn Jobs, Glassdoor, Monster, Simply Hire, Dice, ZipRecruiter. All of these jobs these websites are pretty good. But the first one, Indeed and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very important. As I mentioned, LinkedIn is going to be hot website for these days, and Indeed as well. And then there's another suggestion. When you go to LinkedIn, it's going to say that what type of alerts you want to get on these titles. Maybe you should put all these titles and get alerts, and it will always send you emails in your email that these jobs are available. Now, here are some tips for you. Make sure when you go to Indeed.com and you type cybersecurity analyst or junior cybersecurity analyst, you really need to ignore the wish list in job description. I'm going to say this again. There's a lot of wish list in descriptions. If a company say you will have this and this and this app in the description, that doesn't mean you need to go and start learning every single app for every single company's description. That is absolutely impossible, and that is absolutely crazy for you to even think like that, because you will never get to the point where you feel like I am ready to apply. You can apply after all of this training. You're ready to apply. Let the company then train you. Let the company then pick you, because you're going there as a trainee. You're going to say that I am done with my education. I have all the practical knowledge. I have even have experience on the labs. Now you are looking for someone like me, and they're going to happily take you. If you say too many things, too many overthinking, and I made a whole video on this, and you should have taken this in your courses where you do self rejection. You cannot self reject yourself by thinking too much when you don't even know the how this career works. So you cannot do overthinking over here. Why does they have too many things in the description? Why do they have 4 years of experience? Why do they say they prefer security plus when I don't have a security plus? They didn't say or call you that you must get this before you apply to this position. If they don't do that, all you got to do is to apply to the position. What are you going to lose? Maybe they won't pick you. That's fine, no problem. But you tried. 50% chances you give it a chance. But if you don't apply and you have all of this other things that are leading you to self rejection, then 0% chances, and you are going to be that person who's going to come back and say, oh, it's not working, because you're doing too much overthinking, and you're self rejecting yourself with unnecessary things. So if a job have 20 to 30% things and it's related to your study, like technical cybersecurity or anything cybersecurity related, and then they have the job description out there, go ahead and apply. No problem. Let them reject you. You don't reject yourself. That is going to be my main tip. Also, you cannot apply to 10 position in a week and say that you're doing great. No, you have to apply to 50, 60, 100 positions in a week before you say that the resume template is not working, or something is not working, or something is totally not working in this industry. That is where you can go back and check if something is missing. But you can't be applying to 10, 5 positions. Remember, this is a hot field. A lot of people are trying to get in, but because of your knowledge, you're doing something better than other people. Even if you get a job, you're less stressful, because other people will start running for technical skills left and right as soon as they get a job. At least you're not going to do that, because you're part of this platform. You take our courses in different areas such as Job Skills Share, Udemy. So you know you're being guided by people who are experts in this industry. So the next step is to make sure to fully finish the best practices for LinkedIn profile as well. You probably already did that when you created the LinkedIn profile. And then after this, just wait for the job, for the companies to call you back. And for that, what we can do is to go back here and now do a little bit of preparation. You can click on job preparation and click on start free prep. And this is where you can come down and say cybersecurity junior analyst start quiz. Go ahead and do these 43 questions. These are your interview questions. So maybe when you go over the question and get the right answer, try to then ask yourself, or send a voice to yourself, that what if somebody asked me this question in interview. So you could have 43 questions interview preparation with yourself in the voice. You can also go back to your chat gpt or any type of AI and copy paste the resume that we have and say create 10 questions for me, or 20, 30, 40, 50 interview questions, and then you can give it answers even with voice. But if you remember, in part two course, you have done a lot of interview preparation questions inside the course. That's more than 100 type of questions. You have done that. Last piece of advice is going to be, you can even do more for, let's say, security plus certification, but you can actually use it in a different way. Once you click on this practice test right, as a member, you can come over here, click on launch, and then click on the learn mode over here, and then start this and pick all the domains that you see over here. There's about 259 questions available. And then you can use this as well as an interview question preparation. So everything that you see over here could be an interview question, and you can just kind of like pass the question and then convert it into voice. Like just talk to yourself like, okay, what if somebody asked me this question? This is the answer. I'm going to respond it this way. So this is another way you can technically prepare yourself for the technical interviews. And of course, if you have done so many labs in our platform, I'm sure at this point you already know the practical side of it, because there's so many labs, Linux, everything is included. So these are my overall tips for cybersecurity. I hope you follow every single thing over here, and you will be successful if you continue to apply, and do not give up and go to more interviews. If you get rejected in the beginning, that's fine. That's just confidence issue. The more you go to interviews, the sooner you're going to realize that this is just a process, and this is why people with experience get jobs quickly, because they know this process. So wish you all the